What is going on, guys? Today we got a brand new video. Today is going to be my final installment on how to do a tutorial for something because I've done so many. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to wire up some hella horn to your Mazda Speed, to any car. I want to show you guys how to wire these properly so you don't run into any issues like I have multiple times in the past with these horns where they get corroded and they don't work anymore. So here I have a set of brand new hella horns for the Mazda Speed 3. It used to have them, but they were wired so badly from me previously and they got actually corroded as well. So I bought a new set just to have a fresh set. They're only 50 bucks off Amazon. And they have them in stock like everywhere. So here is your Tone Supertone baby boom box. I'm not gonna have a stock horn test because, well, stock horn just sounds like boopy and it goes and you pull one, pull two. Got two horns, and then inside the box also comes with a relay and a hella sticker just in case you guys care. I don't. So take out the horn, nice fresh red painted with a nice hella inside there, and a mounting bracket along with the two pegs in the back. So and obviously it comes with two for the exact tone. So these, if you guys are interested, these red shields can actually be undone with a little nut in the back and the screw. You can take these off, paint them whatever color you want, but we're gonna stick with red. So if we take a look down here, so the Mazda 3 Speed stock horn is mounted up right here, and it grounds itself to this plate. So all we have right here, this is power wire. This is only power, there is no ground. That was the horn's ground. So we have to do some ground wiring and some power wiring, which is no biggie. And then we have to figure out where we're gonna mount them, which I already know. I'm probably going to do the mounting down here again. That's where I did it last time. And so these were the old horns. As you guys can kind of see, it's a little corroded. That's why I'm sure they still work. I'm gonna use them with a different project. Maybe put them on the Miata, but for now, I obviously, I wanted to put in a new, the new one. So I went to the store and I got these. These are what we're gonna be using to connect the wires together, basically. You put two wires in, you go, and it splices together. I love using these. So without further ado, obviously we can get straight into wiring this. All right guys, so I got the red wire. I'm gonna be using that to color code my power. And here we have the old power. What I'm gonna start by doing is giving this a good strip, and then I'll go ahead and twist this up. Now, my wiring methods aren't necessarily, or just definitely aren't the correct way of doing this, but this is probably the best way to do it, the easiest way, but no guarantees that it's gonna necessarily work. So my power wire here, which I'm going to splice, what I like to do is cross them and then I twist them together. Actually, make sure you put your heat shrink on first. Make sure you twist them nice and tightly. You have one strand and then I take the rest of it and I kind of twist it around. Little twist here, and then you guys have a decent connection. And if you give a good tug on it, it won't really do much, but if you yank it, obviously it will come out. But this won't get yanked is what I'm trying to say. Now I'm gonna take my heat gun and then the shrink wrap that I put on this line, and I'm gonna bring it up here, and I'm gonna put my finger in the way, don't burn your finger, and I'm gonna heat this boy up. When I do these kind of connections, I like to heat it up quite a lot because then it will kind of start melting, and then you can really secure any moisture from going in here. So I can tell that the shrink wrap really warm. So now what I'll do is the ends should be a little sticky, which then I will kind of push down right here. Good to go. If you guys want any more secured kind of connections, you can kind of put double or electrical tape around it, but we should be good to go here. So guess obviously that the power stops around here, so I'm gonna give it some extra room. Obviously we can go ahead and put a connector on that, and then you guys can see we have this connector. Now what I'm gonna do is to try and not corrode this whole thing is I'm gonna put shrink wrap on this as well, and I'm gonna shrink over the connector. Go ahead and twist that boy up, and then we can stick it into our connector here. We have one of the horns right here, and so what I want to do is I'm gonna have to adjust the bracket so that my power kind of sits, or my connectors sit in a decent spot. So when we obviously plug it in, put shrink wrap over it, and I'm gonna shrink that so that it hopefully keeps this area somewhat clean. Kind of get it into its spot, and now it just kind of hangs out here. Now, the one thing that you guys have to make sure is that bolt on the back of the horn doesn't touch any metal or ground out or short out anywhere, or you'll have issues. And then I'm gonna go ahead and shrink it. And there we go. So now we got a secure connection. So if I take this horn and mount it up how I would like the other one, if you guys can look at the back, this is at the bottom, which I don't want. So I'm gonna loosen this bolt. I'm gonna rotate this to the point where I would like it sitting. So I'm gonna use these connectors. These are fantastic. And I mean, I can use shrink wrap on these if I have a big enough one. I think, yeah, I can shrink wrap this. And it won't be like the securest connection, but it'll still work. So it might have not been the smartest move to shrink wrap that yet, but either way, it's been done. So we're gonna run this wire through again. Now this wire can be hidden. I usually hide it behind this crash bar here. And we are plugging the power in on the right side, so I'm gonna go ahead, plug the power in, and that is on there nice. So now our power is done. We're done with power wire. We don't need no power anymore because that is all good to go. And then what we can do is we have to gauge approximately how much we're gonna need. So I'd say probably this amount. And we're connecting the negative to the left side of the horns. So I will go ahead and then I'll run the shrink wrap over the exact same thing. Plug that in. And now our ground is pretty much done. I'm gonna run the heat gun over these, and then I'm gonna grab my negative run, stick that in as well. And I'm gonna make sure that's tight in there. I'm gonna take this and squeeze them together. I forgot my heat shrink. Now I'm gonna do the bad because I did forget it. I'm gonna wrap that in electrical tape. And then I'm gonna take this bolt out and I'm gonna go get a connector that will go around. This is a little bit bigger of a connector for this certain wire, so we'll have to make sure this gets nicely tightened. And we can tie the end here because this gets super warm and tight. And then you guys have a secure connection. The only thing that's not secured about this is this metal, but it shouldn't be a problem because this will be protected by the plastic and onto the straight metal itself. So, okay, so we got the bolt here, and then we have our wire. So I'm just gonna simply run this up here. I'm gonna go underneath. What we can do is pretty much hide all the wiring, which I'm gonna go ahead and do just off camera here. But all right guys, so the system is hooked up. I'm gonna go ahead and connect the battery and sound the horn for you guys, obviously to make sure it works. If it doesn't work, then back to square one and figuring out where it's connected wrong, but it should all work if you guys wired everything correctly. If it doesn't, I would suggest checking the connectors that we use to crimp extra wire onto current wire. But other than that, let's go ahead and see if we can test this out, and hopefully I don't blow this up. New battery, new me. Horns work good, which means we are complete with this installation. And with that being said, guys, that is the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, and comment down below what you guys think about the wiring tutorial for the Hello Horn. Sounds great, super loud, perfect. Couldn't ask for more. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments below. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. So keep it real. I'll see y'all in the next one.